Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Bill. I am an exhibit program specialist at the Cincinnati Museum Center, and today I'm going to be showing you for Wonder Zone how to create Saran Wrap copies of your favorite stuffed animals. Call them Saranimals. All you're going to need for this, your favorite stuffed animal, or maybe your second favorite, some plastic wrap or Saran Wrap if you have that available, and some clear packing tape. I got this in a couple of different varieties. I prefer the kind that comes with this handy outside plastic container because it's a lot easier to tear and it also doesn't get stuck on itself and you have to peel it off. That's not fun for anyone. So I'll show you how to get started. You're going to take your animal and we're going to use this plastic wrap here to coat the outside of the animal. And we're going to have to make sure we get every single part of your stuffed animal. The reason we're doing this is if we just stuck the tape directly onto our animals, well, then we would end up with tape stuck to our animals. You pull it off, it's going to pull the fur off your animal. Nobody wants that. So this is going to protect your animal. And when we're doing this, you need to make sure you get each individual part of the animal's body. We're going to do each leg, the tail, the head, the ears, all individually. Otherwise, they'll all be stuck together. So we're going to go around this leg. And you want to make sure you get every single part. Feel free to twist and turn your Saran Wrap as you go around your animal. Want to make sure we're covering every part of them. Anywhere that fur is sticking out, well, that's going to stick to your tape. So you want to make sure you get in between. I'm going to go up the tail here. Now, eventually, you're going to end up having this completely covered. And when you do, it's going to look kind of like this one here. This one's been already covered in tape, so I'm going to show you how to cover this one. But we're not going to do every bit, just the back side to show you how it's done. Now that I have my animal covered in the Saran Wrap, I'm going to take my tape, and we are going to cover every inch of the Saran Wrap with this clear tape. Now feel free to use individual pieces like this, and when you do, you're going to make sure that every bit is covered and none of the Saran Wrap is just left on its own. And feel free to crinkle it, smash it with your hands, move it around. Right now I have just the tip of the tail done. Or the other way to do this, and this is the way I like to do it, is just leave it in the roll and go around as many times as you need to every part of your stuffed animal. Again, we're going to do the legs. We're going to do the tail, the body, all separately. And again, feel free to go around as many times as you need to. Here I have this part of the body, the leg, and the tail. And eventually, you're going to cover this entire critter. Once you've covered the entire critter, I have a dog in this one. He is well protected. We're going to have to get our animal out of there. So the way we're going to do it is you're going to take a nice pair of scissors. And you want to be careful not to accidentally poke your pet. So I'm going to go at an angle. And we're just going to go into the Saran Wrap like this. And I'm going to cut, starting here where the legs are, cutting the Saran Wrap and tape. You want to be careful not to accidentally cut your pet, so it'd be good to have an adult do this part. Now feel free to cut as much as you like. I like to do just a line from the front to the back. And now I'm going to pull the animal out one part at a time. I'm going to start with this leg, pull the leg out, do this leg over here. It's okay if you have to squish it a little bit to do it. Pull the tail out. It's kind of like an insect shedding its second skin. A little gross, but pretty cool. It's exoskeleton. So we're now going to pull the head out. And now you can see, stuffed animal, completely unharmed. You can play with this again, of course. And I have something that looks kind of like a bearskin rug. But we're going to turn this into our stuffed animal. The way we're going to do it is by taping it shut. Now, if you like, you can either leave it as is, or you can fill it with something like newspaper or more Saran wrap, or you can even purchase stuffing that you can find inside of animals at a craft store, and you can fill this with stuffing. For mine, I'm not going to fill it with anything. I'm just going to take a long piece of tape. I'm going to start it where I cut, right here. And I'm going to tape that hole that I cut back up. All the way to the front of the animal. Sometimes the tape will stick to itself. That's okay. It's stuck up here a little bit. You can just cut that part off. Not necessary for the final product. And now, I have a Saran Wrap copy of my favorite stuffed animal. You can make a whole bunch of these. In fact, if you have an adult's permission, you can even do your hand, part of your arm. You can do different parts and connect them all together. There he is. That's all the time we have for today. Please be sure to join us next week for Wonder Zone video and see what other cool things you can learn. Have a great day, everybody.